Samantha, Dallas, thank you so much for sitting down with us today.
Thank you for having us on here.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So, Samantha, first off, you are here because it's National
Infertility
Awareness Month. But you and Dallas have a very special story of your journey through infertility. But first, tell us that story a little bit, to give us a summary before we get into all the details.
Yeah, so it was about 3 years ago. We took in a little girl, and we fostered her for a while. And then, fortunately, she went back home to BioMom, which is great. We still see her from time to time. And we were still trying to have our own kids. Nothing was really working. We got another chance to adopt, but then that ended up falling through, unfortunately. And then we were still going on trying to have our own kids. Did some testing. It didn't come back in our favor. So then we went to all the clinics around Central Illinois. Didn't pan out in our favor either. So we met with 3 different IVF clinics around here, and found out our insurance doesn't cover IVF, and it was going to be anywhere from 30 to 50 grand.
Oh my gosh.
So
Yeah.
How can anyone afford that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has me stumped because we can't.
Yeah.
So then we just were kind of talking to some family friends about the struggle and how devastated we were. And we met some more of our family friends that knew his grandma Janice, Jordan and Matt, and they told us that they went to Europe for their IVF treatment. And we're like, oh my gosh. So we started doing our own research, and that's when we discovered Embryoland.
Okay.
And so we will be attending Greece for our IVF journey. So, do you want to?
Yeah, so as soon as we kind of got our diagnosis, that's a really devastating time. And obviously, we're hurt as individuals and as a couple. I mean, we're trying to build a family. And after receiving that diagnosis, we were really down pretty bad. And then when Jordan and Matt brought up this idea of going to Greece, they had done this already and it's worked out for them. That was kind of like a new hope for us. We're like, this is actually something that's attainable. We don't have to shell out $30,000 to $50,000. We can go to Greece, get the treatment, round trip flight, 3-week stay, all for $10,000 to $12,000. So a third of the cost. And Greece actually has a higher success rate and with IVF medicine.
Yeah, so I'm curious, so why Greece specifically though? Is Europe as a whole, do they just, is it just cheaper in general?
Yeah, I mean, because there are numerous IVF clinics in Greece. We actually met with 3 or 4 of them. Serum was one, New Life, they all were fantastic whenever we met with them. We just connected a little bit more with Dr. Nikos, which is actually the same doctor that Jordan and Matt used. And yeah, I mean, even the shots compared, here, the shots alone, I want to say are anywhere from 10 to 20 grand.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Just for shots.
Just for the
Just for
injections.
shots.
Yeah. And over there, I mean, I think we paid a sum total with shipping and everything from Greece, about $1,300. So everything over there is cheaper. I mean, our month-long stay in Greece is going to be $1,400. I mean, for an Airbnb for almost a month.
And so, since there are a lot of clinics, was there something specific that really drew you to the physician that you chose?
Actually, well, so that was the same exact physician
your friends.
as our friends. So we kind of took that as a sign, because we just wanted to get in contact with the facility, and the first doctor we actually talked to happened to be the same exact doctor that treated them. So we kind of took that.
Can I just say for a second, everything happens exactly how it's supposed to.
Yep,
And
exactly.
all those failures, all those doors that wouldn't open was leading you to this.
Absolutely.
So that's really where the real connection comes in. I mean, we could have chose any number of different facilities in Greece, or there's other places in Europe that have very successful treatment facilities. Spain is one, France, but really the connection was with Jordan and Matt having seen Dr. Nikos already.
And did you both just kind of know in that moment?
Yeah.
It was kind of
Yeah.
a look at each other.
It was just one of
It
those,
was.
you know, the light bulb goes off, you're like, this, everything just connected, it
the one-
clicks.
Everything was
It's-
lining
yep.
up, like, yeah. And when he talked about the IVF treatment, I've worked with a lot of doctors in my career, and you can pick up
Because
on the
you're
good
a
ones.
nurse as well.
Yes.
You are an RN.
Yes, so I can kind of pick up on the good ones, the bad ones, the mediocre. I mean, that's how the job is. That's where everybody, you know. And he was just so passionate when he talked about his IVF, like his treatment that he does, his protocols, and
You could
how many
feel his energy.
yes, like how many babies he's helped, you know, these couples have. And I mean, he was even talking that he was about to go to some convention in Australia because they were throwing him like a
They
convention
were,
party.
they were throwing him a
Yes.
party. All the women who had
to
conceived.
celebrate
Yep.
this, you know, journey that he took them on to have babies when there was no hope left.
And so with something as personal as this, did you feel like you needed to talk to other people who have used him, aside from your friends that have, to really like, is this legit? Is
Oh,
this real? Because it
Yeah.
almost is too good to be true.
Yes,
it is.
absolutely. I mean, we did extensive research online. We talked to our friends, and I mean, we really weighed our options because we were nervous too. I mean, we're gonna fly 12 hours across the world to go to a doctor that hopefully will give us what we want. Like, you know, we're always told the too good to
Yeah.
be true, but no, I mean, he's been fantastic. Anytime we have questions, concerns, we're anxious, even him himself is a good consoler. I mean,
A good human.
Yeah.
yes, like I can't tell you how many times I've messaged him and been like, is this okay?
Yeah.
And he gets right back. He messages, it's like WhatsApp.
Yeah,
And
isn't
he
that funny?
messages right back, yeah.
So have you haven't officially met him in person yet?
No,
When-
we've done video calls with him and then emails,
Messengers
texts,
and-
all that stuff.
So we're gonna talk about here in a minute a little bit about the fundraising aspect and just how you really need the
Yeah.
community's help and how connected you both are to the community.
Yeah.
But take us through that process a little bit. When you get to Greece, you have to stay there for the shots.
Yeah.
When do you get to come back to the States? And maybe is their process a little bit different than the States?
So she'll actually start her shots here
Oh.
before we even go get on the plane or anything. Is it 3 days?
Yep,
Okay.
3 days.
Prior to us leaving. That's when she'll start the shots. And then how long are your shots for?
You do them, I want to say it was 8 days I'm on the shots, and then I transition to a different set of shots, and then you go for the egg retrieval.
So that's why you have to stay there because you have to do the procedure to retrieve the
Yeah.
eggs.
Yes. Yep. And so then we'll do the egg retrieval, and then it usually takes, from my understanding, about 5 to 7 days
Okay.
to
See if it worked.
yes, to see how many eggs we got, how many turned into embryos, blastocytes, you know, and all that research stuff that they
Yes.
do. And then they'll let you know, like, hey, Samantha, we have 10 embryos, or we have 5. Like, you really don't know how many you're going to end up with. You could just end up with 1.
Yeah.
And then you'll go back in for your embryo transfer. And then they usually tell you to take it easy a few days. And then we can actually fly back after that and then follow up all of our prenatal care
Okay.
or whatever after whenever we get home.
Oh, well, that's so happy. That's so you can be with your family
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
be with people,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
support system, so you're
Yeah.
not just over in
Yeah.
Greece all by yourself.
Yes.
And Dallas, so you guys are actually having a fundraiser at the
Yeah.
Boar's Nest, and so you're local. You both grew up here. Dallas, you are actually a coach at Porta High School, so same as you, Samantha, and. So tell us a little bit about the fundraising aspect of it
Yeah.
and just how you need the community support for this.
Yeah, so me and Sam both grew up in the community. We love our community. She actually grew up in Tallulah. I grew up in Petersburg. We're both coaches.
Pleasant Plains. I mean, look at us.
Yeah.
Tight-knit group here.
Yeah. She's the varsity dance coach at Porta, and then I am the JV football coach at Porta. I'm going into my 4th year, so we're really excited about that. But we just love our community, and we've seen our community come together for other things that have been just amazing. Like when you get a good group of people together and you have one mindset, you can really accomplish a lot.
And our community, one of the things they do the best at is coming together when it's needed most.
We have an amazing community.
We really do.
So blessed for that.
So what we decided to do was this benefit. It's called Dallas and Samantha's IVF Benefit. It will be at Boar's Nest on June 21st. It will be from 2 to 6. It took us a little while to figure out exactly what we wanted to do, because the main thing was to have fun. We wanted to be around people who loved us and supported us and just have a great time. If we raised money, great. But really just the support and the emotional support and stuff is going to be a big deal. But we're going to have a sand volleyball tournament. We're going to have a bags tournament.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
And we actually have 2 different bands. We have Damian Zimmerman will be playing for us from 2 to 4. And then John Mark Robb and Bailey Blaine from the band Tallulah Junction will be playing from 4 to 6.
They're both from, both of these bands are from our local community. Damian Zimmerman is from Petersburg and does a lot of like local events. His daughter's actually on my dance team.
Oh, I love it.
Helps out. And then John Mark and Bailey Blaine, they're from the band Tallulah Junction. They're from Tallulah. Well, John Mark's from Tallulah. Bailey's his girlfriend. And they have this band. They're coming from Texas. They've been living in Texas, and they're coming back for our benefit.
Oh my gosh.
We're so thrilled to have them back, and we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, so this is on June 21st.
June 21st, yep. And
you also have some great businesses
we
supporting
do have
you.
some
Yes.
really great businesses, roughly about 30 different businesses who we've gotten in
Which
contact
I will
with.
link all of those on your
Yes,
channel.
we will make sure that it gets out there. But no, these businesses have been great. Again, it's our community, and Sam and I have personally gone to these businesses and tried to talk to their owners, their managers, and ask them if they would be willing to donate something to our cause. And most of them have decided to either give us some type of door prize or a financial commitment, or even silent auction items.
Wow.
We're doing silent auction baskets, so we're thinking we'll have roughly 15 to 20 of those, along with door prizes, and then we have a few different raffles going on, 50-50 and Yeti cooler raffle too.
So there's really something for everyone. Even
There
if you
is.
can't donate, just still come and support, right?
Yeah,
And we even have some stuff for the kids.
we
Okay?
do.
Because at the end of the day, this is
Yes.
all about
Yes.
kids.
Exactly.
Yes.
And we have tons of nieces and nephews that we just
Yes.
adore to death. And we'll have like a little temporary tattoo station for the kids, little coloring contest. Everybody wins. You get a Dairy Queen
Yeah.
token, you know. So we got some fun stuff for the kids too. It's going to be fun all around for everybody.
Okay. Well, Dallas and Samantha, what are your final words just for the community, for anybody watching? It's a very, very special, very personal thing, and
Yes.
I think a lot more people go through it than we realize.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. That's one of the biggest eye-opening things for me. Nobody thinks that infertility, they're going to be the one that has
No,
infertility.
you're like, I'm going to have kids one day,
Yeah,
it's going to be fine.
exactly.
Yep.
That's kind of just, as a human, that's what you expect. That's kind of the given, I guess. So once we were hit with that diagnosis, and then got this ray of hope of going to Greece and stuff, we really wanted to start to advocate for other couples and kind of be that resource for them, that they can come to us if they have questions. We can kind of give them some information and try to help them, because I've had so many friends or people that I went to high school with, people I've met on the street, come up to me and they're like, hey, me and my wife are dealing with this too. And that's a really sobering thing, to know that we're not the only ones. And if you are someone who struggles with, you're not alone.
No.
There's a huge whole community of people who want to support you and help you any way that they can.
Yeah, and I mean, just asking for help alone during this journey, it's tough. You feel better when you do it. I mean, I know we were miserable whenever we first got the news. I mean, we were devastated. And so, yeah, I mean, like my husband said, anyone that's going through this journey or got that infertility diagnosis, keep trying,
And
because
can they reach out to you?
absolutely,
Yes.
we would love
Do you,
that.
I was going to ask, do you have a Facebook page?
We
for
do
this
have a
We do.
Facebook page,
Yes.
and we can give you the QR code or
Okay,
the link,
so I'll
maybe
put
you'll be
it,
able
I'll
to
put
post
it on the screen.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, no, we've already heard from someone that was actually looking to go over to Greece and use Dr. Nikos, and I've talked to her, and she's like, thank you so much. Like, no, we would love for people to reach out to us. That's, I mean, yes, this benefit is to help us because we would like to start our miracle family, but also this whole thing is about raising awareness, knowing that there's other options out there if your insurance doesn't cover it here. I know it sounds crazy to go across the world,
But the things we do for our
but
kids.
yes,
Yeah.
you know, but there are some other options out there that you can explore, and we want to bring awareness to that. And yeah, just anybody that's going through this journey, I just keep trying,
going.
keep having hope, and reach out to your loved ones, because it's not easy and it's a very hard journey. I mean, you're going to have good days where you have hope and you feel great, but you're going to have hard days. I can't tell you how many times I've been driving home in the car from work just having a moment. I mean, it's tough. It's a tough journey. Even with our date, I mean, I still have those nights where I'm crying. I mean, you know, it's hard. So
But you
having,
guys, you have each other, and at
Yes.
the end of the day, that's the most important. So I will link everything on News Channel 20 so you can follow along on Samantha and Dallas's IVF journey. And if you are someone who struggles with fertility, you aren't alone, and you can reach out to Samantha and Dallas. And Sam, I have to say, when that baby comes, because I'm going to be praying about it, we're getting that baby on the couch.
yes,
Okay?
Yes,
absolutely.
that would be
Your-
great.
your- or your miracle triplets.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, both of you, thank you so much for your braveness to share your story and to push this out and be
Yes.
advocates for something that is very, very
Yes.
common. And so thank you, and we are wishing you all the best of luck.
Thank you
so
for the
much.
opportunity.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to watch more segments from Marketplace on News Channel 20.